Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building another family home, and this time it's a fairly simple 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house here in Willow Creek in the starter neighborhood. This is not a starter house though. I definitely wanted it to feel more lived in and not like a single sim or like a couple just starting out lives here. This is definitely more of like an established family home, and yeah, I hope you guys will like it. I tried to make it feel cozy. I used a lot more of like richer colors on the interior, which I really like, and I think the exterior has some nice activities like some gardening stuff. There's a swing set and a few different things like an outdoor dining table and those sorts of activities. So yeah, I hope you guys will like it. Before we get too far into the video though, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Factor. Factor is an amazing meal service that offers fresh, nutritious, and satisfying meals that are never frozen, crafted by culinary experts and designed by dietitians. Be sure to check out the description box for a special offer. Factor is perfect for gamers and content creators like me. With their no-hassle prepared food, there's always something nutritious on hand, like a grab-and-prepare smoothie or a keto shake for a quick snack, or a heat-and-eat chef-quality meal in just 2 minutes with no prep or no cleanup necessary, which is my favorite part. I also have been really trying to be more health conscious, and Factor makes it so easy because their foods are nutritious and they focus on purposeful eating, ingredients with integrity, and dietitian approved, which is also awesome. My favorite thing though is the no prep, no mess philosophy. Factor meals arrive pre-prepared and ready to eat in 2 minutes or less, which is faster than ordering in. The meal plans offer variety with a rotating weekly menu of over 27 meal options and over 33 add-ons like smoothies, keto shakes, desserts, and more. So use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POGLISSY FEB60 for 50% off your first box. Once you click, my description will live update to count up the purchases. Thank you again, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. So here you can see the shape of the house is starting to come together. I really like the shape of it. It's simple, but I think it's cute. I especially like these dormer windows in the roof line, just because it makes it feel like there's an attic space or a second floor, but I wanted this to be, you know, more on the simpler side, so I wanted it to just be a one-story household. And so I just kept it all to this first level here, but you could probably make an attic space if you really wanted to, but I just kind of wanted to give it the illusion that there's more house up there basically. But here you can see I'm working on the floor plan. I really wanted to get the floor plan sorted out before finishing the rest of the build and doing any landscaping, just because I felt like, yeah, I really wasn't sure if the floor plan was going to come together very easily. Thankfully it did, and thankfully I did it before working on the rest of the house, because I don't know if I would have made the back of the house look the way it does, and I like the way it looks. It's just kind of unexpected for me, and so I don't know, I like it. So hopefully you guys do like it too. And here I'm adding another dormer window, basically just to add some more dimension to the roof line, just because I think it would have looked a little bit odd if I didn't have anything right there. And I'm just adding some windows around, and yeah, basically nothing too interesting. I really like the sliding glass door though that's at the back of the house, because it's nice and open, and this particular lot has the river, or I guess it's more of a canal. Yeah, I guess it's more of a canal, but anyways, it's right behind the house, and so you get like a nice view of it, and then also the neighborhood in the back too. And this particular lot also has way better lighting from the back of the house, so it's nice to have like some large open windows at the back of the house, so a lot of nice light comes in. I never build on this lot because the lighting for me is so frustrating, because I always want to have the house in this orientation, or at least facing towards the left. So I think that's technically the front of the lot when you have like the gallery thumbnail. But I don't know, I liked this orientation, and I think if maybe you're playing with like a new household and they're looking to upgrade to a home but they're not ready to move into like a big fancy neighborhood, I think this would be a good option. And yeah, typically I do build on the lot across the street where the BFF household lives, but I was also thinking that maybe if you guys had some established gameplay, maybe you have a family living there already, or you like the BFF household and you don't want them to live somewhere else, or you don't want to delete them. And so yeah, I don't know, I just had like a few different reasons basically for building here. But here I'm working on picking out wallpaper and some colors, trying to figure out what color scheme I'm going to use in this house. I'm really happy that I ended up going for a more like darker wood color scheme, because I feel like so often I tend to go for light woods, and I don't know, I've just been on a kick with that recently, especially on my CC channel. So yeah, I just wanted to do something different. So I attempted decorating this house and I immediately went for like pastel-y colors and light woods, and it was really cutesy, but it just wasn't the look that I really wanted this house to have. And so I just started over and I immediately made like the tile dark, I made the flooring dark, and then it made it a lot easier to pick other dark furniture pieces. So yeah, as you can see, I'm working on the living room. I love this living room. I think these couches are so cozy. They came from Parenthood, and I just love them because the pillows on them are a little bit imperfect. They're kind of like, you know, at different angles, and they look a little bit more messy, and it just makes it feel so much more like a home. Like, it's just not perfect, and so I really like that. And I think the color of them also pair really nicely with the chair that I used in here, which came from Cottage Living. And yeah, I don't know, to me it's really nice that they have such a similar green color. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's close enough for me that it looks like they actually belong together. But it's kind of cool because Cottage Living is a totally different pack from Parenthood. And also in this house, I wanted to have a combination between like modern pieces, traditional pieces, like old pieces, new pieces. Basically, I just wanted it to feel like a collected home, and not collected like it's like eclectic or anything, but collected like, you know, the family has things from when they first started out. They have things that are new, things that are gifted, things that are thrifted, those sorts of collected things basically. Over here I do have the board from Parenthood. I think I used the 9 key to raise it up slightly, and it's also behind this table, so hopefully that doesn't cause any like player interaction problems. Basically, I'm not really sure if it causes any errors during gameplay, but if it does, I would just put up some wall art right there and maybe move the Parenthood board into the long wall in the kitchen leading to the side door. I think that would be a good possibility. So it's not really something I thought about until now, but it might affect gameplay. But anyways, over here is going to be the kitchen. I really love the kitchen because I decided to go with these Parenthood cabinets and counters, and I used them in this orangey wood color, which pretty much matches none of the wood tones besides I think the wood frame to the couches. And so it kind of tied that into me, or at least for me. And I don't know, I just liked how it wasn't so perfectly matching throughout the house, and it just made it feel more like a family home where everything's not perfect. So that's kind of what I was going for, but of course you could change it if you want it to be more matchy. And here I'm just putting up some light switches. In the recent bathroom clutter kit, we got some light switches, and it kind of bothers me that we didn't get any outlets with the light switches. So we have switches and no outlets, and I would have really liked to have seen both. But of course the light switches are nice, and I think with the latest patch we also got a base game version too, so that's pretty cool. And it's a little bit more of that like outdated Switch look, but I built this before that update, so yeah, I don't know, I will definitely be using it. Anyways, over here I'm just adding some kitchen clutter around. Not too much clutter, but enough to make it feel lived in and decorated. And like I mentioned earlier, we have so much new clutter from the latest kits, and even from probably high school years. We just have so much extra stuff that I'm kind of getting lost in the catalog. I just pretty much don't know how to find everything, just because it's grown so quickly, you know, that I usually have like the placement of things kind of memorized because I build so often, but also I haven't been building as often recently because, like I've mentioned, my husband has gone back to work, and so I've been spending more time with our son, so less time building, and so I'm just kind of lost, but I'm working on it. So hopefully there's not too many clutter pieces that would have been perfect and I somehow like overlooked them or missed them. But over here is going to be the bathroom. So it's the only bathroom in the build, and it's right in between the 2 bedrooms in the little hallway that I created right off of the entryway living room area. So it's the same bathroom that the guests would use and everything. But yeah, I really enjoyed using the bathroom clutter in here. I felt like it just made it look really just realistic and lived in and cozy, and you know, like the Sims have been actively using the bathroom, which is my favorite way to decorate. I really like making things feel just lived in and cozy, basically. But over here is going to be the parents' bedroom. So for the parents' bedroom, I of course wanted it to match the feel of the rest of the house, and so I continued with these same curtains that I've been using, which might be I don't know, a bit much looking back to have like the same curtains in the master bedroom as the living room. I don't know, let me know if your house is that way. I currently don't have any curtains in my master bedroom, but my plan was to use the same curtains that I bought for the living room in there. So maybe it's pretty common, I don't know. But in here I decided to put a computer desk. It's pretty simply decorated, but I wanted the parents to have a little bit of a space to get some work done, and also just to have a computer because it's pretty useful for the Sims to have a computer. But of course you could just have a laptop in your Sims inventory and they could sit at the kitchen table or go to basically anywhere with a table and use their laptop. But yeah, over here I kind of struggled with what artwork I wanted to use on this wall, but I thought that base game painting with the nice like country scenery was perfect, just because it's, I don't know, it's one of my favorite paintings, and it's a base game one, so it's really nice. But over here is going to be the kids' bedroom. So for the kids' room, I really had no idea what direction I wanted to go in. I like this bed, and so basically the bed spurred on the color scheme. I thought these curtains matched, and I thought this rug matched, and the wallpaper, I thought that kind of was all tying together. And then I was thinking maybe this kid is really into video games, so I gave this kid a nice computer. I put up like gaming related posters and different decorations, but I didn't want this kid to just be into one thing only. I wanted them to have different hobbies, so I added a few like, I don't know, posters and different decorations that I just thought a kid might collect and have in their bedroom. And I really liked putting this shelf above the bed just because it gave me a spot just to add some extra decorations and clutter pieces that I thought would be cute to put in here basically. And I don't know, I really had fun with this room. Kids' rooms are always just my favorite to decorate, just because you can add so much personality and just really fun decorations that aren't always like appropriate, I guess, in an adult space. So yeah, I just think they're more fun. But here I added some school project, which you can find in the debug menu from Parenthood. You could also, I guess, make them during gameplay, but I really just like them as decorations. And then over here I do place a dresser. I also end up placing a mirror. The one that came from kids' room stuff I thought worked pretty nicely, just because it had like the stickers on it. It just made it feel more kid-like. And then I put a radio over here, a movie poster, and this really cool chair that we got from high school years. I really love this chair. And you guys probably know that if you've watched any of my builds basically since high school years came out, because I've used that chair a lot. And yeah, over here I just placed some more posters and different things that I thought this kid might be into. And I thought this kind of like Minecraft poster clutter was pretty perfect. And then I just put some books, and I covered up that bunny just because I really didn't see this kid being into bunny rabbits. And so I hid it in the other books. But here I'm moving on to the exterior, finally going to work on the landscaping and adding outdoor activities. The landscaping for this build was actually kind of hard for me. I really had no idea where I wanted to start or what I wanted to do. It's going to look like it came together pretty easily just because this was not my first attempt. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like since I haven't been building as much recently, I'm a bit out of practice, which I think is good because I feel like it's easy to get in a rut and use like the same things over and over, which I feel like I tend to do sometimes just because I find things that I really like and I feel like they work, and so I use them a lot. And so maybe this way I will find other things and do a little bit different landscaping and different shaped homes and use items that I'm not as comfortable with because I'm not using them all the time. Hopefully that makes sense. But I really love this side yard over here. I felt like this was a nice little gardening space. I put some trees over here. I put some of these bug houses and a couple planter pots. Definitely one of the parents is very much into gardening and like flower arranging, because I put the flower arranging table here on the back, as well as a barbecue or an outdoor dining table I think I placed to the left, and then a little seating area right here, which I thought was pretty cute just because there is the view of the water. So I thought that was kind of nice. And yeah, just like a nice place for the Sims to hang out. And I added some more planter pots. So yeah, the Sim is very much into gardening. And then over here, I'm just going to continue with the landscaping, adding an outdoor dining area, which I really like this area. I think it looks really cute. And then I also add a swing set. And oh yeah, I added this umbrella and I thought it looked really good merged into this table. The umbrella, you can find it in the live edit objects menu from my wedding stories. I almost forgot the name of that pack. But it's a really nice umbrella, and I thought it was nice and simple, and I thought it looked, yeah, just nice with that table. Over here I was trying to figure out what else I could include. I added a little wading swimming pool or a toddler swimming pool and a cooler. Here I'm adding the swing set, and then I do continue with the landscaping. I add another tree here at the front and then a little pebble pathway leading to the side porch. But yeah, this is pretty much it, I think, for the whole build. I just continue with adding landscaping, but it's pretty much the same landscaping that I've done for the rest of the build. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. And I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshots. Here I'm just finishing the landscaping like I mentioned, and then I add some lights to the exterior, and then we're on to the screenshots. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!